Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to talk a little bit about myself. Um, I'm a mother of 5, and I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about my life story to maybe help someone else because it took me 13. So I'm 29 now, and as a little girl, I got sexually abused by a family member. My grandmother, who is now passed away, knew, and they didn't really like me because I look too much like my mom's family, and I'm a native girl from a small town, Takla, and I've been battling with drugs and alcohol since I was 13. Because due to I did counseling and stuff prior to what happened to me when I was a young girl. It started when I was 5 and ended when I was 8. When I told my story about what happened to me, nobody believed me. It hurt me because it made me feel so ugly, and like I felt disgusted and really low and had insecurities about myself since what happened to me. And I went out, like, I started smoking cigarettes at a very young age, at 9 years old. I still smoke cigarettes, and I've started drinking when I was 13, tried smoking weed when I was 12, didn't like it. I started when I was 15, so when I was 13, I kept drinking right up until like 6 months ago. I've attempted so many times, like suicide, and people saved me, like my brother and my sisters and family that were always there to save me from hurting myself. And uh, it's not a, I'm not proud of anything, but right now I'm 6 months sober, and I started my YouTube channel just to help me get through things like my beauty and my hair. And I'm a unique presenter now. I've just landed a modeling job, and I signed with Chick NYC and Vogue, and I went to treatment in October, and I've been sober since August 2019. And this, like the last, like I was addicted to coke, crack, meth. I never tried heroin, but people that I trusted went out of their way to try and feed me heroin into a different, like they mixed my drug. And I'm really proud of myself right now. Like, I felt really incomplete, and I felt lost, I felt lonely, and I felt depressed. I felt really hurt, and like had trust issues, and I went through with my baby daddy, like people hurting me and him cheating on me and him always lying to me, manipulating me. People like my family, I hurt my family pretty bad, especially my mother, and I just wanted to tell people that drugs are really bad. Like, I've stayed on the street. I lied to people. I've hurt so many people by lying, and I've taken from people. But right now, I'm trying to give back, and trying to coach other people, and especially the young ones, to tell them that it's not a life that you want to be living, because I've battled with addiction since I was 13, and I'm 29 now, so that's like 16 years, and I'm really proud of myself now, and I'm doing all that I can. I'm going to meetings, AA meetings and NA meetings. I've gone to treatment twice. The first time I stayed sober a year and a half, but right now, because I'm getting older and I notice it's not for me and I don't have a place there, so many of my family members have gone missing with people down in Vancouver, and I got families that OD'd, and I got so many people out there that are still in that the addictions, and it takes you away from your family, and you lose all hope, and you lose all your love, and you just push people aside, and it just brings you, like, it shuts you down basically, and you don't want to be there. Like, there's it's not a place for young women, it's not a place for young people, especially men, and because I've seen so many people around me get hurt, and like some people get shot and stabbed, and it's so crazy. And like, I just wanted to tell people that there's more to life. Life is beautiful, and life is too short. You can't just try to think that everything's going to be okay. And once you start doing drugs, like, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to see things that aren't even there. You're going to, like, it's just disgusting. Like, the feeling that I had all these years, and I finally went to treatment, and I finally understand the whole process of addictions and relapse. And I just started trying to get myself, like, out there, because trying to get little kids to hear me and my story, because I've hid it for so long, and I've backed that person up. And like, now I tell kids, like, please be aware, even your family members can hurt you. Don't trust anybody, because not everybody likes you. Not everybody's gonna, like, they used to tell me, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so this, you're so that. And I'm like, thank you. And I used to trust them. And then those are the people that try to hurt me and put me down and bring me down, and like sexually abuse me, physically abuse me, mentally. Like, I was just so messed up, and right now I feel whole. I feel at peace, and I feel loved, and I feel like security. I don't care what people think about me anymore like I used to. Like, my insecurity, my self-esteem was so low because of who I was, my pride and my dignity and my race, because I'm Native. And I've just been so hurt and put down, and I just want people, like, to feel loved and not to be scared of who they are, to like really just be proud of who you are, because there are people out there that can't get out of that, and you gotta love right now while you can. I've lost too many family members for them to, like, I don't know, it was just too soon for them, and they OD'd on heroin, or they got really messed up, and they're on third floor because of meth. And I started trying out meth when I was 25, and it's not a drug that anybody, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I've done things, like, everything but sell my body. Like, I wouldn't do that. I've stole, and I've lied to people for money. I did so many bad things, but these guys that were, like, selling drugs tried to ask me to do things like that, and I'm like, no, thank you. Like, I don't do that. Just because I'm Native, you think that I'm gonna go out of my way and do that, like, for drugs? I was like, no. And I've hurt my mom so bad. Like, she wanted me to come home. I lived on the streets. I've lived, like, just stayed in ballparks. I just stayed underneath trees or whatever. And I felt really bad because of who I was. I'm a Native, and like, me doing that just gave myself like a bad image, just because everybody talks about Native people like that. And I'm like, this isn't life for me. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Sorry for my language, but I'm like, I didn't love myself, because what my old man did, my baby daddy, like, cheated on me and made me feel so low about myself, and I just, like, went to believe it. And right now I feel whole and complete, and I'm embracing life, and like, it's just really, I appreciate it. I'm really grateful today, because I wake up every morning to be grateful for who I am and where I am. This was just 6 months ago that I was alone. I had no power. I had no groceries. My kids got taken from me. I didn't have no family around me. I felt lost, lonely, deserted, and depressed, and all these worst feelings that you can ever fucking have in your life. And it was just so bad that I just had one day I woke up, and I was just hangover, and I said, fuck this, you know what, I'm going to get help. And I went to the nearest place, which is the clinic that we have for help. And I told him, I was like, could you sign me up for treatment? I don't like the way I'm living right now. I'm not that, it's not how my mother grew me up. I'm not that person to keep living this life. And then right after I did that, boom, I got in a month later. September 9th is when I went to Northwind Wellness Center, and oh my God, like, I was so numb and I felt just like the worst person. Like, I didn't like anybody. I didn't like anybody around me. I didn't like talking. I was antisocial. I shut everybody down. I pushed them away. I didn't want to be around nobody. It was just a sad life. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, I'm too beautiful for this. I have 5 beautiful children. I got family that love me, and I want to take care of myself better than just throwing my, throwing my life away. And now that I went to treatment, I wake up every morning blessed, thanking God and being grateful just for the life that I'm living now, because I wake up in a warm home. I have power. I have food. I could see my family. I could see my kids. And I just allow everything right now to be as it is. And I don't wish like that on my worst enemy, because it was just a sad, sad life. Like, I went through some harsh stuff prior to doing drugs and alcohol. Like, that's a long time. 16 years I fought myself with the addictions, and I denied it, and I blamed other people for it. I blamed my family. I put down other people. I was a bad bullier, and now, like, I just love everybody. I hug everybody. I tell them I love them. I try to help other people. What I usually tell them is, don't look down on other people unless you're helping them up. And I use affirmations. I love myself. I am beautiful. I am gorgeous. I am perfect inside out. And I always just, like, I'm really grateful, and I thank, like, the Lord, like, creator to me. And I smudge every night, every morning. And I talk with family. I don't just, like, shut myself out anymore. And I started my beauty business because of, like, before I went to treatment, I always try to say, oh, it's so boring, it's so boring, I'm just gonna go and do drugs or drink. But now, like, as you can see, I had nothing, and next to nothing, I have, like, all of this stuff here in my room, and that was just within the 6 months. I don't have a job, but I sell younique products. I got into that, which I'm proud of, because I didn't do anything with my life. I really just was trying to use any little excuse to go out and use and to drink. And now that I love myself, I enjoy everything that I do. I just go with the flow, and, like, I'm trying to live my best life right now, and nobody's gonna tell me different. I'm a warrior now. I walked out proud, mighty and proud, when I got out of treatment. People still talk about me, but you know what? That's not my shit. That's theirs. And I just wanted to tell people that if I could do it, so can you. Like, that's 16 years I've been fighting addictions because of everything that I've been through. Like, everything I endured in my life. The sexual abuse, the bullying, the put-downs, the dislikes, the hatred. Now I just let go and grow. I move on, and I only look forward. I never look back. All the tools that I've learned in treatment, that's what I use today, and I am Indigenous, and I'm proud of it, and I'm proud of where I'm from. It's a beautiful place. I just really wanted to share my story. Maybe I could help some other little, like, even if you're a little girl, I know what you're going through, because that used to be me. That used to be me, and I'm just trying to get myself, like, to help other people and to bring you out there. I'm just full of life, and I hope you like this video. Hit the subscribe and like button if you like what I'm sharing. And I do videos on beauty and hair, because I just don't have, like, a job, and that's what I do to keep myself busy, is the things that I love. And life is just great now. I don't watch TV anymore, because that's one thing that I used to do, is just watch TV, and I don't do that anymore. because I used to use that and be like, oh, it's so boring. But now I'm like, I read, I work out, I do my beauty looks, my hair. I've collabed with a bunch of people. Like, my life is just great. It went from 0 to 100 right quick, and it does work. Like, I used like the law of attraction. It works. Every day I'm just grateful for who I am and where I am, and I hope people will hear my story and just really like take it in, because life is too short. You need to get out there and you need to like experience, and you need to like new things, not drugs and alcohol. Stay away from that, because it's the number one factor to broken homes, and it's the number one thing that brings, it's the number one gateway drug, is that or smoking weed. And I don't smoke weed anymore either. I used to be the biggest pothead, like smoke a bag of weed, like an ounce in like 2 days. And now I don't even smoke weed. No, I quit everything, and it's been 6 months, and I'm going back to treatment just because I like the tools, and I want to go out and get more out of me, because it's been a long haul that I've went through all of this, and I still don't feel like there's like I didn't get all of it out. So I'm gonna go back and hopefully share my story with other people. Well, not hopefully, I am sharing. I put myself out there. I speak up at band meetings. I speak up at like get-togethers. I tell kids like, this is wrong, this is wrong. You don't want to do this, because that's where I was. I was on the streets, and now I'm healthy. People always say, oh, how fat you are. I was like, no, I'm not fat. I'm fucking healthy. I got clean is what I did. And that's where this comes in. Bought and paid for. I'm just kidding. But I hope you guys like this. Subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thank you.